won't ever see the light of day. Have fans, but you let them down, but I guess that's how you niggas getting down. I'm so high up, I'm like, how niggas really getting down? I could never have a kid, then be out here still kidding around, boys playing around. Where you really wanna take it now? I got $150,000 for an after party, and I gave it to the killies just to break it down. Bring us up, I never take us down, but if you bring me up, then they might take it down. Fake fuck with me back then, but it's getting hard for you to fake it now. Fuck being rich when I'm 40, man, I'm trying to make it now.
Hell no, never let these niggas ride your wave. No, no way, no. Never let these niggas ride your wave. No, no way, no. Park the beam just to ride the rave. $10 million gotta hide the safe. Michael Phelps with the swim moves. Michael Jordan with the tennis shoes. Quavo, young nigga, I invented you. Ike Turner with the left hand. Griselda Blanco with the trap move. Gangland with the right hand. Undertaker with the tattoos. Never listen to the classroom. Switch it up, they bit the last move. I'm a magnet for bad bitch. You got the going outside, bitch. I spent the 50 on the chain. You spent your last 50. I got the key to the streets. You got the key to defeat. I got the key to the war zone. You got the key to the peace. Hell no. Never let these niggas ride your wave. No, no way, no. Never let these niggas ride your wave. No, no way, no. Park the beam just to ride the rave. $10 million gotta hide the safe.
We gon' go live, we gon' go live, yup. We gon' go live, we gon' go live, yup. Getting loose, yeah. Off a Henny Rock and a Henny Goose, yeah. Ocean deep in my swimming pool, yeah. Throwing dead prayers in my living room, yeah. Taking shots, feeling bulletproof. Flood my roller, told my bitch, let's go snorkel. Out in Portland, tryna get in her organs. Yeah, no, I did not sign with Jay, but I still send a tidal wave. Yeah, I might just go get the fade, buy the do-rag and just tidal waves. Yeah, it's lit at the crib, you can stay. Me and Dre kick like kid and play. Yeah, the way that she serving that cake, I gotta sit back and digest. I guess, for the fuck shit, I'm biased. I mix, double the cup when I stress. Got my mama out the basement, that's a different type of facelift. Remix me about the bracelets, don't hit us asking what the wave is.
Hell no, never let these niggas ride your wave. No, no way, no. Never let these niggas ride your wave. No.
Today, we're going to talk about the Minnesota Vikings, college football playoff honorable mentions, and let's cash the squad ride. This is Behind the Lines. Bro, you're doing trick shot home runs from, by the way, a former Ray who couldn't hit shit. Now the Orioles got him. Now he's fucking Barry Bonds. Doing trick shot home runs, Goots, and you can't even get within 10 games of 500, but you can do trick shot home runs. Never seen that before in my life. That's the most Orioles shit I've ever seen. How is Aaron Judge, the face of the league, Captain America, hopping on a plane before the game even ends? That doesn't make sense when it rattles around in my brain. To be honest, that pisses me off. Actually, no way. Unbelievable rage bait. Was that a targeted attack? Why were there 20 people at once coming in?
Pretty good, you guys, not gonna lie.
I think I found somebody involved in baseball I hate more than Aaron Judge. This guy right here, this geezer, who thinks he's playing left field. Worse than a Disney adult. 4 straight years, Jovan. Look at this one. This one got overturned because he's diving over the... He almost fell on the field. What a loser. What's going on, chat? Happy BTL Tuesday, episode 750 piece. As always, hold the fry, joined by your two hosts, Krabs and Jovan, presented by Pickett Sports. W Pickett. If you don't check out Pickett, if you have not checked it out yet, go check it out on the App Store or Google Play. And again, guys, apologies for the 8-minute late start. That's my fault. We are going to figure it out. Apologies, guys. I know you've been waiting. Episode 750. Let's fucking go, chat. Coming off our worst day in Sharp Report history, I think, yesterday, to be honest with you. But the vibes are here. We got some W's in the chat. Only a handful of losers who are preying on our downfall and rooting for us to lose, which is still really weird, but 99% of the people in the chat are hyped for episode 750, and that's all I'm going to care about. Let's fucking go, chat. Sade Whiteman coming in with a 10-unit sub whale. Let's fucking go, Sade. Atta baby.
Get it started, Sade.
Atta baby. Hell yeah, dude. Sade doesn't give a fuck if he had one bad day yesterday. He's not preying on our downfall. He knows we're going to lock in, work our butts off to find some winners for today. and make it up to you guys. That's the only option we got. Only option we got. Let's fucking go, dudes. Let's fucking go. Real quick, before we dive in and show you guys the Ratchet recaps, I want to thank every single person in here. Without you guys joining, without you guys getting involved in the chat, without you guys subscribing on the YouTube for free or following on the Twitch for free, this show wouldn't exist. Without the support, it would not exist. So I appreciate you guys. Seriously, there's a lot of shows out there that get, 10 people watching, 20 people watching. If that was the case for us, we would not be up here. I wouldn't have a fucking job. Without you guys, we are nothing. So remember that. Seriously, without you guys, we don't have shit. Thank you so much for the supports. I know we work our butts off for you guys, but again, without you guys in the chat, without you guys watching, we're nothing. BTL does not exist. So, what once started in my, kitchen in my old place, unbelievable, where I would just interview random people in the sports betting community and, have them on and talk shop. And then it started with, Lauren and Wiley, I believe even before that, which is crazy. The OG Big Three. Can't make it up. Jovan's been on here for a shit ton of episodes, maybe not 750, but damn near close. Damn near close. And Goots as well. I think Goots is crunching the numbers, breaking out the calculator earlier. He's done like 500 episodes now. So, Goots, thank you for being fucking goated. Jovan, thank you for being fucking goated. You're awesome. Chat, you guys are fucking goated. Thank you so much for the support. Cheers to another 750. Let's keep
chat.
Killing it.
Let's keep going.
Killing it. And real quick, one more chirp here. How many episodes do you think the Surge stream is on? 200?
I don't know if he counts.
300?
See you got triple digits yet?
Can you count that high? I don't know. Unbelievable.
Krabs, I got some news
right.
if you want it.
Please.
CJ Carr, give you one. Confirmed.
Wow. Okay.
So
Kinda
no
weird
flowers
it took
to
that
you.
long, but you know what? Yep. Go ahead and cancel that 1-800-Flowers order. And we'll save that for another time.
Let's go. Go. I had a feeling that's why I wore the hat.
Yeah, I mean, you knew it was coming eventually. And maybe the camp was a little closer. Hey, maybe the backup was just playing his ass off and making it weird. So you don't know if it was CJ Carr struggling. It could have been. Again, we won't know. That's not something that gets disclosed unless you have access to the practices. So we'll never know. And hopefully this Carr kid is pretty good. You guys know I'm a closet Notre Dame fan, not as much as you guys, but had to give you some shit when you guys were acting like he was going to be the Heisman and still in a QB comp. But good to hear you won that shit. Go Irish, go. 2 words. Go Irish, go. Jovan Goots, any other comments here about episode 750 or BTL before we move on to the Ratchet recaps?
Not too much. I think you covered it. Might as well get to the Ratchet.
Cool. Let's get to it. Blue Jays, terrible bet.
Horrible. Horrific.
Terrible. Really bad.
Looked worse than Team Canada in the Little League World Series in the field out there. It's unreal.
Hey, apparently Team Virginia is making some moves. I saw that on the TV for a second last night before I, puked and turned it off my TV. Yeah.
What are they, Team Mid-Atlantic?
I don't know if they've gotten that far yet, to be honest. I just saw the
bracket.
bracket.
Sure they're that far because they're at the actual Little League World Series, right?
I'm sure somebody in the chat can help us out here. I think they were from Chesapeake, Virginia, I believe. And I think they're in like the Final Four. Which is pretty cool. So, yeah, we'll see how that ends up playing out. I guess if I'm going to root for any Little League squad, I guess I'll root for them. But still, just could not watch less of that or care less about that. But yeah, the Blue Jays last night, that's worse than getting beaten 10-0 like the Astros did in their last game. I'd rather lose 10-0 than then, hang around, tie it up, and then blow it again. So brutal. But we move and groove. We cannot hit them all. We got to lock in and bounce back today. All right. Let's look at the Sharp Report recap. This one's ugly. Jesus Christ. Yeah, really bad. That first 500 did not hit. In the Cardinals and Miami game, it should have hit, but there's an error by the Cards. Hashtag thank you, Nick. That cost us a first 5 under there. We did get one push on the left sector, but that's an 0-4-1 card from me. Just fucking terrible, man. Terrible. Mariners late night cash. Liberatore last second cash. Trevor Rogers fading him. I got Goots chirping me on the feed. Last thing I need to fucking see is Goots chirping me on the feed after that loss. Terrible square.
Trevor Rogers just fucking unbelievable.
Can Trevor Rogers win the Cy Young? Is he eligible? Probably not.
He might be eligible.
Well, he should get some votes, and Brad Lord should get some Rookie of the Year votes. And I'll leave it at that. He should. Check the stats, check the data. He should. He should. And thank you for jinxing the Commanders, Jovan.
Yeah, I mean, horrible team. Just horrible team. I'm out. I'm out on them all season. I've seen what I needed to see.
Okay. Well, they're everybody's sophomore slump team, so we'll see.
Might join them.
We'll see. Oh boy. My sophomore slump team is the Broncos. And Fat Happy could play some Sean Payton, who might be ripping bong, like in that old video, which I don't even think was him, but the video of Sean Payton's lookalike ripping the binger with his kid in the basement. Hilarious video. That's going to be Sean Payton's vibe this year. He's going to be coming in a little Fat Happy complacent. And hey, if Bo Nix is that guy, we're about to find out. But after a year of tape on him, that is my sophomore slump team. Not the Commanders. Jaden Daniels is too good to have a sophomore slump, respectfully. But the B-Rob stuff was super weird. I mean, they're acting like he's about to pass away. The whole thing is just super fucking weird. But I guess we don't need him because we got Bill.
Dude, there's got to be.
Who needs Brian Robinson when you got Bill?
There's got to be something behind the scenes there because there's no shot they're that confident. And
dude, he's probably fucking hurt again.
Eckler, C-Rod, and Merritt, respectfully.
They love C-Rod. They think C-Rod can fill in and do B-Rob's role.
Dude, I'm in on C-Rod, kind of.
Yeah.
I've always been kind of a C-Rod guy. Just the Merritt stuff, man. I don't see it.
I see it. Also, our O-line could not have blocked worse for him last night, besides that one big-ass run.
Yeah, he was horrible.
The O-line did not block for him at all. It wasn't his fault. Also, again, Sade Whiteman, the 10 subbies coming in, getting the party started. You're fucking goated. Let's keep moving and grooving. We got a lot to get to today. We got to talk some football, NFL, college football, and then we got some plays for today, some bounce-back plays, if you will. I think I see a Battle of Berg on the Sharp Report. Oh, boy. All right, we'll get to that later.
Berg?
God damn it, Jovan.
Oh, we got Berg.
God damn it. All right, let's go ahead and hop in, talk some NFL, huh? Let's do it. Let's run it. The Vikings, on last year's preseason pods, I talked about the Vikings at plus 1,000, worth a shout to win the division. They didn't win the division. They were damn near close. But they made the playoffs, and they were incredible last season. They went 14-3 last year. Huh. With that defense? Come on. Insane. Kevin O'Connell effect. Kevin O'Connell's kind of goated. Is J.J. McCarthy goated? I don't know. I'd lean no. We'll talk about that here in a moment. This team has made the playoffs 2 of the last 3 seasons, with a shit season in between there, sandwiched when they went 7-10 back in 2023. But in O'Connell's 3 seasons, he's made the playoffs 2 of the 3 years. He's lost in the wild card both those years, has not been able to get over the hump. Their win total this year is at 8.5 after winning 14 games. 8.5. Low. I don't know how much higher you can make it with a rookie QB, but low. After winning 14 games, they're plus 290 to win the division. They're not going to win their division. And plus $100. They're plus money to make the playoffs. Plus 2,200 to win the Super Bowl. That's probably not happening either with a rookie QB. Only one guy can make it even close, and that's JD5. So let's talk about their new additions to this squad. Besides my guy Ty Felton, who I think is a pretty good sleeper pick to stash on your taxi squad in your dynasty if you have room and need some receiver help, especially early on this season when they're going to have some, bullshit going on, some fluke shit. Addison's going to be out for a couple weeks, right, to start the season with that suspension. So Ty Felton is his backup. We'll see if he ends up getting some play time. They got a big collection of wide receivers. Who fucking knows who's going to make an impact? But I'd take a stab at Ty Felton late in your rookie draft if you have room and need some wide receiver help. Christian Darrisaw is a fucking beast, by the way. Nobody talks about it. One of the best tackles in the NFL. And he's coming back from an injury a couple years ago, and he's still one of the best O-linemen in football, in my opinion. They beefed up the right side of the line in the center. They got Ryan Kelly coming in. You got Will Fries coming in to play right guards. Could be the difference. Help out that O-line. Obviously, the main addition to the offense this year is going to be J.J. McCarthy. They also added Jordan Mason. I'm pretty sure Aaron Jones and Jordan Mason are going to split that backfield, as they probably should at this point, because Aaron Jones is a fucking fossil. He's a effort guy. He's a Krabs guy. Good dude, Aaron Jones. But you can only expect so much from him at this age. No way he can carry the entire workload in that backfield. Split it up with Jordan Mason. It'll work good enough. Let's also not forget they had Sam Howell as their backup QB, and I don't think his story is written yet or finished. You'll see more Sam Howell in the NFL, I'm telling you right now. It could be this season. We don't want an injury. We don't want to root for it, but could be this year. Maybe J.J. McCarthy struggles. Maybe they go to Sam Howell, who has an absolute fucking cannon. That's a guy that Kevin O'Connell can make work. I'm telling you right now. I've already seen it. So he'll get his chance. Maybe not this year, but at some point he will. Their defense, they have my guy, Jonathan Allen, who's a fucking beast, kind of a cancer in the locker room, kind of a me guy, but really, really good defensive ends. They had Javon Hargrave, your guy Jovan, Isaiah Rodgers, and Jeff Okudah. I like the pieces they added on defense. Is it going to be enough in a pretty tough division? I don't know. I'm kind of seeing a little sophomore slump here from the Vikings after a great run, although it is year 4 of Kevin O'Connell's reign, so it's not really a sophomore slump, but after a great run last year, after winning 14 games, I'm expecting this team to take a little bit of a step back here. Jovan, what am I missing? Any other comments, thoughts, concerns about the Minnesota Vikings before we get into the best bets?
I think offensively, obviously the big question of whether you're in and out on the Vikings is, do you think J.J. McCarthy is that guy? Which I far and beyond don't. I can't stand J.J., and I think that he's one of the more overrated quarterbacks in the NFL who hasn't played a game yet. But going into the year, I think it was pretty indicative, not only the fact that they asked Justin Jefferson multiple times about what to expect from J.J. McCarthy, and he was not able to give a very confident answer one time, said give him grace because he's a rookie quarterback, so he's going to make a lot of mistakes, didn't talk up his own quarterback. But even Kevin O'Connell, I think, said something over the offseason the last couple of weeks that was very interesting because they're talking about one of, I guess, the more impressive parts of the offseason for the offense is the fact that they improved the offensive line. That was really bad at times last year, especially like in the interior. And when they asked him about it, the first thing he mentioned was not the pass game. It was the run game. And if you're Kevin O'Connell, the quarterback whisperer, if you're coming into the season, which you had to do it either way, but trying to fortify the interior offensive line so your run game, that is a mixture between old-ass Aaron Jones, who's still getting it done, but they talked about being a split with Jordan Mason. So Aaron Jones and Jordan Mason, if that's your focus going into the year, the whole vibe seems like nobody is all that confident, or at least as confident as everybody makes it to be about J.J. McCarthy going into this year, which aligns closer with what I think. I think he's a game manager, and he'll have his moments in a Kevin O'Connell system, but I'm certainly not in on him. And it definitely doesn't help him that, yes, you have a better offensive line than Sam Darnold had last year, and Sam Darnold was able to make it work. But now you're starting your NFL career, essentially, as far as real game reps goes, with Jordan Addison, your wide receiver 2, on suspension for the start of the season. So you're going to have Justin Jefferson getting fucking triple teams for a lot of the game. So it's going to be a lot of the guy that we're going to talk about here in a little bit. But that's a tough situation for him to be in to start his career. So maybe like by the end of the season, he'll ease into it. But I'm not a JJ fan. I will never be a JJ fan. And don't think he's going to make it work as well as people think.
All right. Look, I'm a big coaches over players guy. And I think Kevin O'Connell is the next big thing in this league. Shocker. He's comes from the fucking Commanders coaching tree where if you have a cup of coffee there, you end up turning into the greatest fucking coach of all time. You can't make it up. Can't make it up. He's next up. He's a beast. He showed that last year. He's him. That offense is goated. Helps when you have Justin Jefferson, obviously. But I do think J.J. McCarthy is one of those guys that potentially could hold this offense back. I do. Will they give him the long leash? Will they give him the whole season? I don't know. When they're hovering around 500 this year and they're still trying to make the playoffs, are they going to pull him? Are they going to let him, continue to be under center and go through these growing pains? I don't know. That comes down to coach. I'm curious to see what they do.
Got to.
Probably have to at this point, right? You made your bed. Now you got to sleep in it. Getting rid of Sam Darnold. Yeah. So
I don't know. I know it's year 1, but I mean, the Colts, I don't know what they're doing. And they made their bed and refused to sleep in it, give the guy a full shot, but we'll see where the Vikings are at.
Talk about there could be something going on behind the scenes there. I don't think they're a big Anthony Richardson guy. Maybe he's a little toxic.
No, I don't even know if there's something going on behind the scenes. It's more of like a Steichen. At the end of the day, the decision is whether Steichen and the organization are making the decision together or not. Because like starting Daniel Jones, that's a save your job move by Steichen. That's not like if the organization was making the decision. I guarantee you they would want to see Anthony Richardson get a full shot if he's healthy going into the year. Give him games, find out if he's the guy. Steichen's trying to save his job.
Miguel, you didn't like my breakfast this morning, bro? You didn't like my eggs over hard with some Old Bay? Some sriracha? What was wrong with that, Miguel? Huh?
It's good.
3 eggs, bro. People just got to bitch about everything. Literally 3 eggs. The simplest breakfast of all time. And it was delicious, by the way.
A lot of ketchup.
Yeah. I get the ketchup chirps all the time. I get it. I take this on the chin. I'm a big ketchup guy. Big Super unhealthy, probably. A lot of sugar, but I don't care. It's fucking delicious. It's probably why I like it. All right. Let's go to our best bets for the Vikings this upcoming season. I've got them to miss the playoffs, and I saw them plus a hundo on the Green Book earlier today. So I'm going to stick with that. I guess maybe they're plus 100 somewhere else to make the playoffs, but I'm looking right now at the Green Book. They are plus 100 to miss the playoffs. Look, I'm not seeing this team making it. I think they have a little bit of a sophomore slump after a great season last year, and they're in a tough division, man. A lot of teams with a lot to prove in that division, in that conference, and I think JJ ends up holding this team back unless they go to Sam Howell. This team ain't making the playoffs, as crazy as that sounds. And I think their defense is okay. Maybe they've improved a hair. I like some of the pieces they added, but will it be enough? And Justin Jefferson's already freaking hurt. He's going to be hurt all season. When he's not, he's going to be getting triple teamed because this team does not have a clear wide receiver 2 right now. Their wide receiver 2 is getting suspended for some bullshit. The whole vibes are off already for the season in the Vikings in the Big 2-5 after a great overperformance last season. Expecting them to take a step back. I'll take a stab plus 100 for the Vikings to miss the playoffs.
Sure. I can get in on that. Certainly can get in on that. And as much as I do not think, I think that JJ McCarthy slurp is completely unwarranted. I still have given heavy consideration to TJ Hawkinson actually making his way into the GOAT whale, which it's one of those guys similar like what we talked about with Pacheco, honestly, really similar injury timeline wise, but he only played 10 games last year. He was injured at the start of the year, came back and wasn't really fully himself towards the end of the year. So like he had a bagel on the season, which was very un-Hawkinson like. And again, he was one of those guys that frustrated people week after week after week, especially in like primetime games that people would take him to score, take his yards or whatever it may be. But he wasn't fully healthy last year, and you could definitely tell. And I think this year, especially like with the start of the year, like we were talking about, you're going to get a handful of games at the start of the year with Jordan Addison out, Justin Jefferson triple teamed, and TJ Hawkinson, which JJ McCarthy, if there's anything, not only is he a tight end or have as a tight end, TJ Hawkinson, which is a rookie quarterback's or first-year quarterback's safety blanket, which I think especially in this offense is going to be used a lot, but he also is going to be, I think, diming in the seam, which if JJ McCarthy is going to do anything quick read rise in this offense, which again, I think that's going to be a lot of the focus, it's going to be in the seam, especially when you're on the opposite side as Justin Jefferson. That's been an emphasis of the Kevin O'Connell scheme for years now, wherever he's been. So I think to make JJ comfortable, this is like one of the only throws in the offense I think he'll be able to consistently make, which is to Hawkinson. And whether it's in the seam or the corner routes where JJ was actually really, really good in college, I think he's going to have plenty of those. So like this is I think a sneak tight end, which I'm sure we'll talk about fantasy pod recording in a couple of days here, but I think he's getting 4 after that fluky no touchdown season. I think he's looking at a huge year.
Yep. You cut out there a little bit, but I love the sell job, and I love TJ Hawkinson this year. He's a sleeper. Have we seen a deeper tight end room in fantasy football than this year? There are a lot of guys. They can give you some serious points. I feel like it's a very deep position group for the first time in a while at tight end. There's some sleeper guys like Hawkinson. You got a couple new kids on the block as well up there in Indianapolis. And obviously Colston Loveland, who I think is a really, really good sleeper, but more of a dynasty guy because I want to see him develop a little bit. But in Ben Johnson's offense, he might be a fucking beast. A lot of options at tight end. Here's another one for you guys that nobody wants to take. He's not flashy. He's not cool. He's not young. He gets hurt all the time. He's boring. But you know what? He's going to be all reliable for JJ McCarthy, a guy who liked hitting up his tight ends in Michigan back in the day. It's going to be Hawk. Hawk's going to have 4, 5, 6 touchdowns this season. I'm in. Hell yeah. I like the play. The only positive thing we're probably going to say about this team. Move and groove. Okay. W's. And yeah, that's a square on Prize Picks. So if you guys want to put that in your goat well, go right ahead.
Yeah. It's a big thing for me to be actually considering this. The fact that I think JJ is not going to be good. That's how much I think it fits.
Yeah. And again, maybe teams being a losing game scripts is good for, the weapons.
Could also help, yeah.
Okay. All right. WBTLW, Jesus. And again, say thanks for coming in, Splooge and Subbies. Good to know the Subbies are still working during the show. You're the only guy that's come in and splooged yet, but a 10-unit sub whale will hold us over for a couple more minutes. Okay. Also, WPega pinning this tweet. Make sure you guys use Bookit10 on SeatGeek. Get yourself a discount. Save yourself some coins on SeatGeek. We're trying to help you guys out here. Half you guys in here probably have not even plugged that in your SeatGeek app. What are you doing? Plug that puppy in. Bookit10. Do it now before you forget. That way, the next time you buy tickets to an event, you automatically will get, when you check out, a little thing that pops up that says 10% off your tickets. You're welcome. Wow. Sade said, fuck it, I'll do it myself.
Sade.
Let's go, Sade. Another 5-unit sub whale from Sade. Attaboy. Attaboy. Let's fucking go, dudes. That Rito said he's plugged it in. He's actually used it. Attaboy, Rito.
Wow, Rito.
Dubs.
Getting involved.
All right. Let's keep moving to groove. And I want to talk a little college football. We actually do it all for Sade now, Pega. Great call. Great call. You're right. Yep. You know what's a shit call? Playing 3 QBs in one game. That's what Auburn's about to do. What is Hugh Freeze smoking out there, bro? What is he smoking? What is he thinking? You know the old expression, if you have 2 QBs, you have 0? And you've seen almost every team in college football go away from that 2 QB system because it never fucking worked like 5 or 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Well, how about 3? How about playing 3 QBs in one game? Again, it could be bullshit. I could so see Hugh Freeze just lying through his fucking teeth trying to throw off his opponent in week 1 and being a scumbag, right? I could so see that from Auburn down there and Coach Freeze. Coach Freeze is a solid coach. Solid coach. But I don't know what the hell he's doing. Let's look at their team. I'm pulling up their depth chart right now. I want to see what new additions they have to the squads. Obviously, Jackson Arnold holding it down. He's going to get some reps. Ashton Daniels, who I think should just be the starter off the rip, and you run with him and you see how it goes. Maybe I'm biased because his last name's Daniels, but that's what I would do. And then they got the freshman Deuce Knight as well. They're going to play all these guys. We'll see how that goes, man. Cam Coleman is one of the best receivers in college football, if not the best receiver in college football, and he deserves more respect. Hopefully he can get the rock a little bit more in the Big 2-5, and hopefully they can figure out the QB situation because he is fun to watch. He's a local kid as well. I love when the local kids stay home and they go to their fucking hometown schools. You're goated for that. Not like they're not taking care of him. I'm sure he's making plenty in NIL, but good for Cam Coleman wanting to stay local and go to his hometown school. Hell yeah. I love that. He's going to be playing on Sundays in probably a year and a half. He's only a sophomore right now, and he was a beast when he played last year. They bring in Eric Singleton from Georgia Tech, who I think is a really, really good, addition as well. I like some of the pieces they added on offense. They add my guy Xavier Chaplin, can't make it up, future NFL O lineman. You know where he went? You know where he came from? Hokie. Our best player last year. Fuck.
Okay.
I mean, he was. He
wasn't
and they got him. Yeah, he was. And I'm pretty blood. Him along with the rest of our best players are all gone. A couple of them are up at Notre Dame too. Hashtag thank you, Goods. Xavier Chaplin, stud left tackle. The next big thing. He'll be holding down that O-line, helping out those ratchet QBs. But again, if you have 3 QBs, you got 0 QBs. I think that rule still applies whether you got 2 or 3. And their defense, they didn't add a single starter in the portal. On defense, they added a bunch of depth. Man, their defense was bad last year. Bad. And they didn't do much to fix it, in my opinion. So I'm not seeing it with this Auburn team. They had a couple decent games last year. They got a coach who's, respected in the industry. I don't know what the fuck he's building over there, though. Jovan, thoughts on Auburn? Win totals at 7.5.
Yeah, I was really, I don't want to say confused because, you're post Peyton Thorne now, who is god awful. You have to reach. But I was really confused at the Jackson Arnold pickup for them. I mean, you saw what he could do. I don't know what what you can compare the offensive environment to in Oklahoma because it wasn't really suited for him either. But how much better is it going to be at Auburn? I don't know that it's significantly better. He's basically just a Peyton Thorne that can take care of the ball a little bit better and maybe throw the deep ball a tad better. So they're similar quarterbacks. I don't think it's a drastically different situation. So I was really intrigued that they went out and kind of put all their eggs in that basket for that move. And I'm especially intrigued now that it doesn't seem to be working. Because if he was the guy that you went out and paid him for, I mean, you wouldn't have brought in Ashton Daniels in the first place to be, I guess, to back up in his senior season. You certainly wouldn't have Deuce Knight competing for snaps in week 1 on the road against a team that we all know is going to be damn good, Baylor. So obviously the quarterback room doesn't seem to be working out is the whole reason of why it's to be skeptical about Auburn. And then you add in, not only do they have 3 QBs, but you talk about the offense, there's 3 different play callers for every single down with the Hugh Freeze ultimate veto power over any play. Like, what are we doing? I don't understand.
They're getting too cute.
It's almost so cute. It's almost so cute that like it seems fake. Like I've never seen a team go into a season, especially like if they're going to the season and this is one of their bye games, like to start, fine. If you're starting, I don't know who their out of conference game is. Maybe you know off the top of your head, or like their FCS game. But if they're going and playing like Alabama State week 1, sure, do it. You're going on the road against Baylor, a team with tons of continuity, one of the more talented teams in the Big 12. And this is what you're doing to start the year. I don't understand it. I think the defense will be fine. The defense brings back plenty. They weren't great last year in some spots, but they're also in some really bad spots because Peyton Thorne put them in those spots. But I think it'll be better. The offense, though, I just have question upon questions outside of Cam Coleman and Eric Singleton.
Yeah, I like those 2 pieces. I do. Hate their QB sitch. I think they're getting too cute. They're doing too much. You want to keep it simple. These are college kids. These are 18, 19, 20-year-olds. Keep it simple. Simple is good. They're overcomplicating things a little bit, in my opinion. We'll see how it works out. I'm not expecting much. And Vegas is expecting, I don't know, not a ton either. Not like they're expecting them to miss a bowl game, but 7.5 win total for Auburn, a team that's, a respected university, at least in football. It has been pretty solid over the years. I think they just retired Cam Newton's number as well. Pretty cool. But since then, they have not done shit. So we'll see if Hugh Freeze can work his magic. He did at Liberty for a little bit. People forget he coached 1 game from a fucking hospital bed in a gown in a suite. The guy's got heart. You can't deny that, but I think he's doing too much. I'm kind of out on Auburn in the Big 2-5. Let's talk about our best bets. Yeah, I got Baylor beating them at home. Look, maybe it's weird that Baylor's even getting points at home in this game, but I do think Auburn is a little bit more valued and respected right now than Baylor is. But I'm a big Sawyer guy. I think he goes out there and proves everybody wrong this season. I'm a big Baylor guy. Their coach is a weirdo. He's saying the weirdest shit in all these, media pressers, making these weird Wolf of Wall Street references. And he seems like he's absolutely wired, maybe a little too wired if you're picking up what I'm putting down. I like him now. And I think he's a really good defensive mind. And I like this Baylor team this season. Somebody in the chat says, if Baylor wins against Auburn, can they be a dark horse college football playoff team? Yes, I do think so. Somebody from this conference is going to be a dark horse college football playoff team. I have no fucking idea who it's going to be. So maybe Baylor can sneak, a win here. I'm expecting them to cover the +2.5 at least and take it down to the wire. And +2.5 is my favorite number to bet in football, whether it's college or NFL. I love betting +2.5s. I've had some serious success betting the +2.5s. Because the -2.5 is the trappiest line in the game. Oh, the team only has to win by a field goal. The better team has to win by a field goal. And you just got and lost all your coins. So +2.5s have done me really well because nobody wants to fucking take them. And the amount of times I've cashed on a +2.5 certainly outweighs, losing coins on that spread. So I'm excited to bet Baylor week 1 here against Auburn. Auburn's going to be playing 17 QBs. They're going to have a different coach calling each down. It's just too much. It's too many cooks in the kitchen. It's not going to work for Auburn. It's not going to work for Hugh Freeze. I need to see it. And I think they lose week 1 as favorites, short favorites on the road.
Yeah, I'm very in on that, especially because, it's not just a talented Baylor team that you go on the road for, but people forget, as iffy as that defense was at some points last year, some of that was injuries for Baylor, but Miranda's still a defensive coach. So I think he is licking his chops at the idea of, yes, there's still some unknown, but getting to attack 3 different quarterbacks, 3 different play callers.
Yeah,
I mean, it's unbelievable. But I just like their 7.5 wins. I like to fade that. And honestly, regardless of what you think about the Baylor game, there are 2 games in non-conference after that. I guess if you include the Mercer game, that's the weird SEC game, like in November. They play Ball State, South Alabama, Mercer. They ain't losing those games. So even if they get through Baylor, 4 wins right there. Their SEC schedule consists of Oklahoma on the road. Jackson Auto revenge game, I'm sure that ain't going to go well, as much as I don't care for Oklahoma too much. You got to go to Kyle Field. We'll see how that pans out. I don't think it's going to be well. You get a bye, but then you have to face Georgia at home. Do they pull one of those upsets between Georgia and the Iron Bowl? Maybe they do. Let's say that's 5 wins. You get Mizzou at home. Those games are always incredibly weird. And honestly, I think Missouri can beat them in Auburn. Same goes for, I guess, Arkansas. One of those games they'll pick up. Then they have Kentucky, which should be a win at home. That's 7 wins. I don't think you're beating Vanderbilt on the road, especially with where that game is. So, I mean, 7 wins. I was being pretty generous with what I thought about that. Truthfully, I think they lose one of those weird home games to a comparable SEC team. Missouri might be one. Yeah, maybe Kentucky pulls some shit out of their ass, but and I was also giving them an upset against Georgia and or Alabama if that ends up happening. This feels like the bottom could fall out, especially if they start really slow. And I know start really slow is tricky because they still have Ball State and South Alabama in between, like Baylor and their stretch of really tough SEC road games. But I think they start slow with the Baylor game in Waco, and then start of the SEC is going to be rough. You're going to have to pick up a win against Oklahoma on the road, Texas A&M on the road, or Georgia at home. That's tough.
Yeah, to say the least. I'm trying to look up their record the last 10 years. I want to see what they've been doing. Went 5-7 last year, 6-7 the year before, 5-7 the year before, 6-7 the year before. They've been struggling a lot of late, man. A lot of late.
Haven't been great. It's
a big year for Hugh Freeze and Auburn, and I'm just not seeing it. He might be washed. We got Tariffs going crazy coming in, splooging 5 subbies. Let's fucking go, Tariffs going crazy. Atta boy.
Let's go, Tariffs.
Atta boy. Come on now. Atta babe. Appreciate you coming in, resubbing, my man. Appreciate you supporting during episode 750 piece. That is a lot of episodes, folks. Appreciate you guys. All right, let's keep moving and grooving. W football talk. Let's get into today's plays, today's winners. Good, swinging around. So I want to go over my first play. How about another first 5? Sure. First 5 under 4 in Toronto and Pittsburgh. I think we get a good old-fashioned pitcher's duel here between Scherzer and Mitch Keller. Knock on wood, had some pretty good luck back in Mitch Keller over the last couple of years, whether he's got the weirdest square up there on Prize Picks and we want to fade him, or whether he's got some crazy-looking charts and squares and we want to back him. Usually his squares and his charts are pretty telling. Well, he's got a pretty crazy earned runs allowed square up there on Prize Picks that I certainly want to get involved with today. We'll talk about that a little bit more here in a moment. He's not been great of late, but and thought it was weird seeing this total dropping from 8 to 7.5 against one of the hotter lineups in baseball in Toronto. Now, they did get held to 2 runs last night in that game, which is good. Maybe they're starting to cool off. But this Toronto team's one of the hotter, better teams, better offenses in baseball. They don't hit a lot of home runs, but they put the ball in play. They're base hit machines. They're fun to watch. Love what they're doing up there in Toronto, just not tonight. And coming off of 2 losses, would not be surprised if they make it 3 in a row. But I do think Scherzer carries his weight and pitches pretty well against this abysmal Pittsburgh lineup. I want to keep the bullpens out of it. Toronto's bullpen sketchy on the road, and Pittsburgh's bullpen just fucking sketchy. I'll go first 5 under 4. You could take the under 4.5. It's just way more juicy. I want to just take the 4. If it pushes, and we'll move. But I think it's going to be like 1-1 through 5 innings here, and it's going to be a good old-fashioned vintage first 5 under.
I'm in on that. Shout out Scherzer.
Yeah. Shout out Scherzer, who has been pretty up and down this season, but he's still hanging on. He's still pitching. So got that ERA below a 4 now as well. Future Hall of Famer. He'll mow down the Pirates. And go look at his strikeout square, chat, if you disagree. He's about to have a day. Okay?
Have a day.
Pretty fucking high.
Sure, plunking Tommy Pham, too.
Well, maybe, yeah. Probably should.
Really should.
All right. Let's swing it around. I want to see Jovan's first straight bet. Can't fucking make it up. He's fading his own team when I have them on the card.
Burke. Unbelievable Burke. The Rays do appear very, very sharp, and they typically do when they're at home against a big team. I don't think this is the day, though. And Shane Baz, this has all the makings. He hasn't been very good as of recent, except like the start against the A's last time out was a little bit not his fault. So that start on paper appears like he went 7 innings. He gave up 4 runs, but it was a lot better than it appeared on paper. So he was pretty dominant throughout most of that start. The fourth inning, I believe, was bad, where there was an error not to help him and some bad defense. There should have been 2 errors, and probably 2 of those runs should not have been actually charged to him. So he had, I would say, a relatively dominant start against the A's last time out. This time against the Yanks, though, which I do think was pretty interesting. I was fully prepared when I saw the game coming in from last night. He had this super green 2.5 earned run square that was juice to the under, and now it's completely flipped and it's minus 155 to the over. I was pretty prepared to have to defend that, but I guess I don't anymore. But he this has all the makings of, I think, a bad start for him, because he essentially has become a 2-pitch pitcher, or was a 2-pitch pitcher. Now he's still working on developing like the 3rd and 4th pitches that like we're kind of working against in Sacramento against the A's. I don't know if they're going to work against the Yanks, though, especially because when he faces a bunch of these power bats like throughout the lineup, which the top of the Yankees lineup obviously is, and some of the ones from the left side give him trouble. That's where he has real trouble pitching into him, and he lets a lot of stuff hang, whether it's the off speed, whether it's the fastball that he tries to dot on the outside and never really gets there. I'm really worried about him starting today, and I think that's going to lead to the complete opposite of what his last outing was. That was the most efficient outing I've ever seen him have last time out against the A's. Which part of that's because the A's are really aggressive. The Yankees are not there. So I think his pitch count's going to be up pretty high early, and I really don't care to take the Rays against any lefty with overpowering stuff, which they're good against, like the bad expected numbers, fly ball lefties like Jeffrey Springs or Jacob Lopez. Not even the best when they hit him up once, not the second time though over the weekend. But Rodon, kind of vastly different from those guys. So I think it's the Yanks tonight, unfortunately.
I strongly disagree, but every time I chirp you and when we're in a Battleburg, I lose every single time. So I will leave it at that. But the Rays do look like the sharpest play on the diamond today. Sometimes those hit, sometimes they lose.
Yeah.
See how it goes. Rodon's got a weird earned run square up there on Prize Picks.
Yeah, he does. I saw that.
Weird. Curious what his stats are against the Rays. He is 2-3 with an ERA of 4 in his 9 appearances versus the Rays in his career. Does not pitch well against the Rays. We'll see if he can turn it around tonight.
Yeah, he's either any start he makes against the Rays, he's either the worst pitcher of all time or Cy Young. There's really no in between.
Okay. KC, New York, over in Arizona. 3 plays from resident sharp, dead Larry Bird. Sure.
Yeah, for what it's worth, too, I think that earned run square is probably about to get taken off.
Looks like the juice is loose on that under, minus 140. Wow. Okay. Yep. Probably will not last long. If it does, that means the over is probably free if it stays up there at that price. So we'll see. Okay. Swinging around for Miguzzi. Thank you. Raise them out. Sharpest play on the boards. Got to bet it every time. If you bet it every time, you win 55+% of the time. Today, it's Shane Baz in that 5 ERA, who's been pitching pretty decent of late, I'll be honest, last couple starts. Pretty solid against Rodon, who's been great all season, but he's starting to leak a little bit of oil. Does not pitch great against Tampa in his career. Line is down 15 cents towards Tampa at home. Tampa has no fucking reason to even care. At this point, they're out of the playoffs. The Yankees just announced that Aaron Judge is not going to play outfield the entire rest of the season, which I get to buy the bad news narrative there from you. I'll give you that. That does scare me a little bit because I typically would like backing teams when shit like that's getting announced. But yeah, sad. I guess Aaron Judge is still dealing with this injury. He's playing through it. He's not healthy enough to play the outfield and throw a little bit. So we'll see if that ends up affecting him at the dish. He's certainly looked a little bit off since he's returned from an injury, but he's still had a couple meatballs grooved and taken a couple of guys yah-yah. So I'm not seeing a home run tonight against Baz, but maybe the rest of the Yankee squad will show up. They have won 4 of their last 5 games. They're starting to play a little bit better now that their captain is back. We'll see if they can keep it up. I'm just not seeing it. I got to bet the sharpest play of the day every day. Today, it's the Rays. See how it goes.
Sure.
Right?
Tip cap.
All right. Battleburg is kind of dumb. One of you is forfeiting a 5-0 card. I mean, yeah, we just put our favorite plays on there and we see how it goes. Line shopper. And usually Jovan wins. So we'll see how it goes tonight. Okay. Swinging around, Goodsey. Sure. Brewers.
Sure. Brewers. Game 2 today, which is going to be Woodruff against Jamison Tyone in his first game back. I am a sucker, regardless of the team that they're facing, for fading old pitchers when they come back from long IL stints, which I believe his last start was with a couple days left in June, so it's been a little over a month now since he's came back. He's made a couple of rehab starts. Some were really, really bad. And then I think his most recent one prior to coming back was actually somewhat decent. But game one, I guess, is Chad Patrick, Matthew Boyd, which the Cubs are decent favorites. We'll see how it ends up, I guess, in that game. But I feel somewhat good about this maybe being a spot where the Brewers are trying to avoid a sweep. But regardless of what happens, I like this spot for them too, because the Cubs bullpen is really going to be in a much worse spot than them, regardless of what happens in game one, even if the Brewers bullpen gets ran through a little bit and Chad Patrick doesn't give them too much depth. I mean, the total of that game, early game's at 7, so it doesn't seem like you'll be in that situation. But both bullpens, like if there's a bullpen game come late in the game in game 2 of a doubleheader, obviously you're taking the Brewers 25 times out of 25. But Woodruff has been lights out since he came back from the IL stint himself, the super long one for him. So God knows what you're going to get depth-wise out of Tyone, and I don't know if he's going to be on a limit or if he's full go. I would assume based on his rehab starts, he's somewhat full go, but regardless, he doesn't match up well against the Brewers as it stands. And now he's coming back. He's going to be super fastball heavy against this team that has been destroying them for the past 2 months now. And God forbid his pitch count gets up there, then you're about to see some names that you feel not the slightest bit confident in if you're the Cubs coming out of that bullpen late in the game against the Brewers and that offense, the way that they're rolling right now. So especially, I assume this is some wind and weather, like working towards this under, looking at both these totals. The Brewers are like not a team that really plays into that at all because they're not this big power hitting team. They're a nickel and dime you with line drives and singles and base hits team. So against Tyone, especially, like he is a big fly ball guy. So you have that working to his credit, but that's not really how the Brewers have ever attacked him or will attack him or is their strength as an offense. So I'm going to get involved with them game 2. And hopefully they lose game 1, but really if they don't, I still don't care.
You're taking the Yankees today. You're taking the Brewers with Woodruff against Talion, and you're taking an over in Fenway.
Yes.
It might be the squarest card I've ever seen from you.
I don't know. The Brewers, yeah. I don't know how many people are running to the Yanks today, though.
I mean, if we're saying the Rays are the sharpest play on the board, that means the Yankees are one of the square plays on the board.
I don't know, dude. Did you see the chat? Did you see the chat when you had the Rays up there?
I saw a couple people splooging for the Rays.
They're a little excited, dude. They're excited.
Maybe it's fake sharp. We'll see. And then an over in Fenway with Sugano. Brother.
Krabs, I've been waiting so patiently for both those pitchers.
I was talking with Goots about it before, saying Sugano's actually been pretty decent of late.
He has. He's been good.
Yeah.
I've been so good waiting. So good waiting.
Yeah.
Even like Walker Buehler, because he's pitching on the other side. He was not great last start out. He was probably better than the 4 runs he gave up would indicate. But other than that, he's been fucking nails too, relatively.
Here we go. Yankees team total got to be the play. They're damn near at home. Y'all know they built that stadium down in Tampa. Any comments there?
I mean, it's just.
That might even out the Rays.
They're not damn near at home. They're miles away. So you can put that one.
People forget you do play in the Yankees minor league stadium now, which is pretty weak.
Yeah.
Pretty weak.
Yeah. Pretty weak. Unfortunately, hashtag thank you, whatever hurricane that was.
Hashtag thank you, hurricane. Yep. All right. We got Good Splooge in the chat. He'll probably be telling that over sneakily. Basalo, first tank incoming. Maybe. If he could get in a bat against this guy Sugano, I guarantee a tank. Sure.
I mean, Walker's not much.
He's
better.
like the 34th player in history to have back-to-back RBI hits in his first 2 games. So,
wow, you could find a stat about it about just about anything.
I'm just saying. I mean,
the guy can hit.
He's goated. He's gonna be an Orioles legend.
The guy can hit. All right, let's move. Let's groove. Swinging around for me, Gootsy. We'll come back to that square over that I'm sure we'll hit now that I've tripped it. I'm sure it will. How about the trophies? Getting it out with the trophies. First fivers. Fading Texas. Thought about taking the under in this game, but then I looked at prize picks and saw some of Merrill Kelly squares. I think he might give up a couple. I do. I think the Royals can score a few. Stay a little hot relatively. They've won 4 in a row. I think they make it 5, but again, I want to keep the bullpens out of it. The Rangers, they might not have big name guys in that bullpen, but they have a top 10 bullpen in baseball, which is pretty crazy. The Royals bullpen scares the living shit out of me. So I I want to back Lugo, though, who's been just abysmal. If you're coming off of a 0 fantasy score performance against the Nats, that's probably when you look yourself in a mirror and you say, all right, let's make some changes here. Let's make some tweaks. And he's either hurt and he's pitching through an injury, and we'll find out pretty quick. Maybe that's the case. But I simply can't refuse taking his weird earned run square that we'll talk about here in a moment. I mean, he's coming off of getting shellacked back-to-back starts. Just terrible. Terrible. And speaking of not terrible, the opposite of terrible, we got Nick Hennessy coming in, resubbing. Attaboy, Nick.
Hey, Nick.
Attababe. Attababe. He says, Goots, it just gets to a point. Okay. W trip, Nick. W's. Bagel. You can have one nice thing, Goots. Is this what you want to cash it in for, Pasalo? Okay. I was hoping you'd say Sugano Gem, but you can have Sugano. Okay. Bagels versus the Nats is just, I mean, yeah, B. Joe Higgy could not have said it better myself, my man. Yeah, look in a mirror. Look in a mirror. If you're pitching that bad against the Nats. And go look at Logano, Jesus. Go look at Lugo's squares on Prize Picks today if you don't think he bounces back. He will. He will. He's going to shove. Unless he's hurt. We'll find out pretty quick. So I can't resist back in Lugo, whose ERA has now skyrocketed up to almost a 4 after another just great, impressive, underrated season. Lugo's just not a guy you want to fade. You don't want to fade this Lugo guy ever. I've had terrible, terrible luck fading this dude. I think today he shoves. I think we buy low on Lugo, the old veteran who they, for some reason, paid for the next 5 years. He's about to be 40 by the time that contract's over. Riddle me that. That's why the Royals suck. But Merrill Kelly gives up a couple. Look at some of his Prize Pick squares, and you can't tell me he doesn't give up at least 2 or 3. I'll take the Royals first 5, get in, get out. It's good to see the Royals open up -125 or -120, depends on what book you're looking at in this spot. I think they stay hot. They're starting to get some respect around these parts against this Texas team that if you ask most people walking down the street, they'd say Texas is better. Their record's not better. They're not hot. They've lost 4 of their last 5. The Royals have won 4 in a row. What do we know about streaks in baseball? You don't fade them. You back them. I think the Royals make it 5 in a row, but again, I don't want to involve the bullpen. They don't even have Hunter Henry to go out there and save him right now. He's hurt, so their bullpen is fucking sus as heck. Get in, get out. We'll just back Lugo to outpitch Merrill Kelly, which if you look at Prize Picks, I think it's a given. I really do. I really do.
I'm down. I feel like that's your
right.
You have like an AL and NL old ass pitcher that you kind of own. It's just Seth Lugo and Michaelis for whatever reason.
Yeah. Knock on wood. Had some pretty good luck back in those 2 older gentlemen. Yep. I agree. Whether we're backing them or fading them. Today we're backing Mr. Lugo. Go out there and bounce back, my man. We'll talk about him more in a moment.
Sure.
Right? Swinging around, I need to hear this sell job, although you could probably just say you're fading Sagano.
I mean, I'm fading Sagano, and that's certainly with the way he's pitched as of lately. I've been so patient waiting for a spot where I think it was finally smart to get on the other side, not for just the sake of being contrarian and being the other side of the streak for him, but he's been good as of late. The thing about, I guess, both of these pitchers, though, is he just doesn't miss bats. And honestly, I think Buehler's going to pitch worse than Sagano. So I can give you a cap tip on that one, I guess, Goots. But neither of these guys miss bats. And last game, I guess yesterday, there was a lot of bats missed from both those 2 starting pitchers. And obviously it was different because you had a lefty on the mound for the Orioles and Trevor Rogers. And that's been even like a little bit of a bugaboo for the Red Sox. I know they've gotten better as the season's kind of progressed, and like different guys in the lineup certainly helps that, but they haven't been great against lefties really at any point during the season, even though they've gotten better. And Trevor Rogers just been on an unbelievable run himself. But again, he had 7 strikeouts. Like Sagano's not missing bats like that, especially from the right side of the mound. So I think that's a big problem for him today. And he's been very fortunate with some of the matchups he's gotten over the past handful of starts where I don't want to say it's been gifted to him, but they've been vastly different from this matchup, especially with, I guess, the righties that can hurt you, because he's had a slew of matchups over the past handful where he's been going against a lot of the guys that he would not miss bats of were not dangerous guys from that split in that matchup. So against the Red Sox, especially one from the left side, we'll talk about, huge issue today. And on the other side, Walker Buehler also certainly does not miss bats, and he just throws the kitchen sink at you at that point. But again, the Orioles against these pitchers, especially the older ones, for whatever reason, that have not been missing bats, they've been hitting the ball fucking hard recently. Even you go through their stretch of offense, which has been bad at times for like the past month and a half, especially like in their worst games. But a lot of these older pitchers that are just filling up the zone with the kitchen sink, fastballs like off speed that's not really getting to the corner of the plate, or you're not like generating much chase either, which Bueller has not done, even though he's been better as of recent. He's not getting chases really at all. That's a problem. It's like, I think this game has runs written all over it, whether you get the 9, the 9.5, whatever it is. It's probably going to keep going down because I think there's wind blowing in. It's not like a hot day in Fenway, so you're not getting like the weather bump or whatever it is. But I think both of these staffs are in trouble. And the bullpens are somewhat rested. The problem is they're not good, especially on the Red Sox side. So we'll see how that
Orioles
pans out.
bullpen. Who's in charge over there? Who's the bullpen coach? Who's the pitching coach in Baltimore?
Been better than you think at times,
Get up here, Goods.
which is there's some names in there that it's around the corner.
Drew French is our pitching coach. Why?
He sucks. He sucks.
Well, when you hand him a pile of misfit pitchers and say, "Hey, make the playoffs," it's pretty hard to do.
Yeah, their roster sucks.
Yeah.
Their pitchers suck at least. They got some
The
hitters.
pitchers are started.
Yeah.
Well, shit.
What's good with Felix? Is Felix even pitching right now?
Felix, I think, is no, he's not. He's
Felix,
I don't know
he
why.
might be done.
gone forever.
Just shut him down, dude.
He might be GG's.
Yeah. Well,
Just
we're
shut
starting to get the projected rotations for next year, and it's with Framber on there and all those stupid
Okay.
Orioles
Oh,
accounts that think
Goods,
we're getting.
Goods,
No.
Goods,
I'm
Goods.
chirping them. Do these Orioles accounts really think we're getting Framber? How stupid could you be? It's like fill in free agent signing. That's ace. Like, all right, yeah.
This
sure.
Rubenstein dude, he might be the next Dan Schneider, coming in here acting like he's going to change everything, spend all this money, gets one guy for 1 year and makes him hate the fucking team's guts after one season. He leaves. Obviously, it was a blessing in disguise with the Tommy John for Corbin Burns, but the biggest move this year, Charlie Morton, preseason signing.
Laureano. But
Can't wait till they sign Adrian Hauser.
the only
Their-
thing that
their
makes me
headliner.
feel better is that Cal is in the ownership group. So I'm hoping at some point he steps in and does something. But
Cal could not be less locked in the Big 2-5.
Cal's pretty locked. He's at like every single game sitting behind home plate. So he has an
Yeah,
office in the warehouse from right field.
What is he doing in that office, Goots? What could Cal possibly be doing?
I don't know.
Hey, at least he's at the fucking games,
Nobody
dude.
knows.
Our
True.
owner has Mets season tickets.
Yeah, that's why.
That is true.
That's
Like,
really weird. Why do you own the Rays then?
Yeah.
That's fucking weird. All right. Yeah, Cal's been an Annapolis guy as well. I think he lives there now too, with his new boo. Can you confirm, Goods? Used to be.
He used to have a big house in Baltimore.
Yeah.
I don't know if he
Then
sold it
he-
and downsized a little bit, but yeah.
Then he started hanging out with this lawyer lady or judge lady, excuse me.
Yeah, I don't really get into his love life, but
Before he was divorced, he started hanging out with her. People were pissed.
okay.
People were pissed.
The Cal chirps
Well,
just
maybe
don't
people.
need to happen right now.
He's still Iron Man. He's still a goat. But yeah, he behind the scenes. Who
30th
knows what he's doing in that office, and who knows what he was doing with the judge lady.
30th anniversary for the Iron Man game
Wow.
next month.
Wow. Yep.
Wow.
Okay. I got a pretty cool shirt about that. Let me show you this shit. I don't think I showed this to you guys on
No way he's got an Iron Man shirt.
dude, this
Yeah,
shirt's
kids.
fucking-
Any comments on Frank the Tank guest splasher?
So excited. I'm at the go.
I was
Yeah,
there.
Beck.
I was there.
Surely you were there.
This shirt's
about this
probably worth like $100.
Dude, I was there.
Hey,
It's absurd.
They gave out these shirts when he broke the record. This is a sick shirt.
So you know how when I say I was there
there.
in 1983, if you can say you were there, I can say I was there too.
Because I was not there and you were not there. You were not there.
All right,
You were not there. What's worse, me having that shirt or Auburn claiming a natty from 1910 before World War II? What's worse?
Auburn might take
Probably
a
Auburn.
kick on that one.
Auburn said, we're going to suck forever. We might as well claim these puppies now before it gets uglier. Crazy move. If Auburn's claiming 1910, the Hokies should claim 1918. I'll say it. Claim that shit. Claim that shit. Lord knows we need it. The Hokies would never, though, because they want to earn it. They want to earn it. All right, let's move. Let's groove. Enough Hokie talk for the day. You guys are lucky. Squares. 2 less than earned runs allowed. Love these 2 squares. I also like the Tariq Skubal less than 1.5, but that's a little too square for my liking. Did not feel right, so that'll probably be free. And the one I pivoted to, Seth Lugo, will probably be cake. But Love Mitch Keller to go out there and deal. One of my favorite plays today is that first 5 under Mitch Keller versus Scherzer. I think it's a vintage, good old-fashioned pitcher's duel. Excited about that one. I think Mitch Keller goes out there and does job. Mitch Keller has been bad. Bad. Let me pull up the data here because I don't want to give you guys some bullshit. Mitch Keller has not been great. He's coming off of some pretty bad games. He had 9 fantasy points against Milwaukee. He had 20 against the Reds, 18 against the Rockies, 6 against San Fran. He's not been sharp. Well, he's got some very interesting squares up there today. His fantasy score is a little bit higher than it probably should be based on how he's pitched the last month. He's got a 17.5 pitching out square up there. He's got a 2.5 earned runs allowed square after giving up 6 runs to the Brew Crew. 6 runs to the Brew Crew in that last game. 4 out of 5 green chart. Let's take the less than on that. Mitch Keller's going to go out there and shove. I like backing him more than I like backing Scherzer. I think he goes out there and potentially gives up 0 runs through 5, maybe 1 squeaks, maybe 1 mistake. And Mitch Keller, the magician, he's used to dealing with some people on base. So even if the Blue Jays put the ball in play, they get a couple guys on base, Mitch Keller will weasel his way out of that puppy like his less than 2.5 earned runs allowed. And then Seth Lugo, like I've already yapped about a ton, Seth Lugo has been bad. So bad that he honestly looks like he's hurt, right? We'll see if he's actually hurt or not. Maybe this is the worst bet of all time, but I'm going to trust my gut here and lean into this nasty less than 2.5 earned runs allowed square after the guy's given up 13 runs, 13 in his last 2 starts against the Nats and the Twins, not against the Yankees and the Astros, or not against good teams, against the Nats and the Twins. 13 earned runs in his last 2 starts. That is atrocious. Well, Seth Lugo is going to bounce back. I trust the old Grizzly veteran to go out there and shove. I'll take his less than 2.5 earned runs allowed in a game I think the Royals win, especially early on. Lugo shots.
Sure. I'm down for that.
Lugo shots.
W. Lugo.
Yep.
Huge W. Lugo.
J-Tune Ice. Krabs, I need you locked. Could not be more locked. Could not be more locked. Could not be working harder to find you guys winners for free, like I always do and always will do. Could not be more locked. All right? Let's bounce back today after a quail shit day yesterday. Let's do it. Let me see those squares. Drop them.
Had to take something anti-Sagano's square. And I guess relatively square it is, but I'm taking Roman
At least
Anthony.
you didn't take Rodon and some shit.
Yeah, didn't need to take Rodon. I was sparing you from that, but
Okay.
take Roman Anthony, though. One of the best fastball hitters, and you're probably going to see, just like every Sagano start, he throws a little I don't know, his arsenal has changed pretty widely over the past handful of starts, especially where he's been kind of good, but the consistency remains in split fastball or splitter and fastball for a majority of it. And then whatever happens to the other secondary pitches kind of just makes up itself for the matchup. But against lefties, especially, he's been leaning on splitter fastball a little more heavily. So that's, I think, a really bad matchup for him against Roman Anthony. I think Roman Anthony is going to key on the fastball, especially when he gets it, send it really, really far, as he's done against a lot of these pitchers that really just don't miss barrels and throw a lot of the fastball that doesn't miss barrels. So that's the matchup I wanted to go with for the Red Sox. And then I couldn't let Jake Irvin squeak, Krabs. I couldn't do it. I'm getting the itch that Ronnie Mauricio is doing something this series, just like I did when he was in Coors for that first series that he came back, the first stint he got in the bigs. But now Jake Irvin, this one is weird because Jake Irvin, he throws a lot of fastball, curveball, and Ronnie Mauricio this year, horrid curveball hitter. He's been absolutely awful, but a lot of it's been chase. So completely non-competitive curveballs is what he swung at. The thing that's very different about Jake Irvin compared to all those pitchers, his curveballs land middle in the zone, which is why he's been god-awful. So if there's any spot for that to turn around, it's probably now, but he also has been much better as of recent with his fastball approach, being willing to hit it to the opposite field as well. So if he does that against Jake Irvin, he also has a weird single square up there, which is interesting. That's up there in the first place, but if he singles, steals, and scores, great. If he hits one to Mars off of one of those curveballs like he has done in the minors plenty of time, but has struggled to do in the bigs, sure, something's going to happen. And I think they score plenty of runs too.
Sure. I can get down with the Ronnie play. Jake Irvin is just not a great pitcher. Bless his heart. Great dude. Hard worker. Blue collar. Doesn't have the stuff. Bless his heart. And then you got Roman swipes more than fantasy score against Sagano. Okay.
That's Sagano.
All right. Yep. This should go well. Fading Sagano again tonight. I feel like every time we fucking back this dude or fade him, it just does not go well. Hopefully I jinx it.
It used to. And then I feel like it's gotten better like the second half of the
Okay.
year. So we've been picking more spots. So I haven't faded him in a while. So hopefully I did right in waiting until now.
Thoughts on K Wang Tang? Earned runs allowed square after facing the Padres, giving up 7 to them in 1.2 innings. Brady, you know my thoughts. Might have to get a jersey.
That square is just no business, man.
Give me a pair for it before I forget. I want to lock that sucker in.
Just scared he might not be a major league pitcher.
Well, Prize Picks is smarter than us, so they're putting the square up for a reason.
Yeah.
No need to overthink it. Could it be... God, I still cannot believe Joe Burrow threw a fucking touchdown pass last night, man. What are they trying to prove?
That was unreal.
What were the Bengals trying to prove?
Unreal.
I thought we squeaked after that first drive, and they kept him in there like it was a fucking playoff game. Going for it on fourth downs, passing out the wazoo. Don't you want to see your running backs in action? Don't you want to see your backup running back and set that? You know what Joe Burrow's doing. Goodness gracious. Was super confident too. Yeah, that's probably why I lost. Vanisk. We got Lock General coming in hot. Look at Gomber fantasy. Yeah, I think I saw Chaco earlier. He said, are we going to talk about Gomber's fantasy score, his pitcher fantasy score lower than Shohei and his offensive fantasy score today? That is absurd. That'd be a good Bookit tweet, honestly, Goots, if we could bookmark that. Putting up their two squares side by side saying a starting pitcher has a lower fantasy score than a fucking hitter, which is insane. Krabs, we knew they were going to play their starters. Yes, Turnimac, we did, but did we know they were going to pretend like it was, the Super Bowl? No. Yeah. I thought we'd squeak after that one drive. And I also thought they run the ball more. Both were
touchdown was also in the second quarter, I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah, like, come on, dudes. I thought by then we'd be safe. That was his last drive. I don't know what they're trying to fucking prove, man.
Yeah, they said they're playing a quarter.
Run the ball. Run the ball. The fuck are they doing? Give me a pair for K Wang Tang.
K Wang Tang. It's his name, but it's got to be.
That's actually his name, dude. What am I supposed to do?
I know. I'm just saying it's got to be. There's something that's got to be in there.
Oh, we could just take Pedro Pajes less than fantasy score, although I took that last night and that shit was cake.
I mean, it could be my eventually. No, but
what is that, Goots?
That's your pair right there.
Let me get my magnifying glass out. Is that Basalo?
That's Basalo.
Completely greened out, and are those his only 2 games he's ever played?
Only 2 games, yes.
No, surely that hits.
Could I interest you, Krabs?
Probably.
In taking another Oriole, potentially.
I'm listening.
Could you get ready to move tonight?
Save your time. It better be a red shark.
Just look at the HRR.
Yeah. I'm in. Could not wait for him to walk 4 times tonight.
Probably.
Right.
It's the perfect time.
He's got a demon walk square that's completely red.
Perfect time to move.
Yeah, I will take that. Colton Cowser, you were already looking at that puppy earlier today. You're not just pulling that out of your ass?
No, I mean, I was thinking about Orioles. I didn't look at the square. I just now looked at the square. But he was top of mind.
I'm in. K Wang Tang, less than 2.5 earned runs allowed. Colton Cowser, more than 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. I'm locked. You don't like Miller? I'll go look at Miller squares. We got a lot of early plays, or a lot of
super
lot
green
of
earn run square.
A lot of options. Excuse me. We could talk about this Cubs and Brewers game here in a moment, guys. Game 1. Just give us a second. All right. Bryce Miller does have a nasty earned runs allowed square. Knock on wood. I've had some serious luck with these Mariners earned run squares this season, especially Wu. But tonight it's going to be Miller. We've hit a couple on him as well. Who are we pairing that square with? Holy smokes.
That is just.
I mean, that just has to be taken.
That is just.
It has to be taken. Wow. Might not pitch that long.
Yeah, I mean, that could help him, honestly. Maybe take that with Scherzer.
Would you rather go Scherzer or would you rather go Skubal?
I mean, it's a lot of earned run squares, Krabs.
I know. I'm worried.
As much as I like it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like how many of those are we going to get?
Well, I'm not going to go perfect on them. I think we hit more than we lose.
I know. It's just which one.
Here's one.
Which.
Here's one. How about George Springer less than half a run against Mitch Keller? Leadoff. You hate leadoff run squares. Come on now.
Is he hitting leadoff still in the big 2.5?
He's been on fire. He's hitting 290 this year. That's the one. That's the one. Malik Miller hasn't played since June. Krabs, what are we doing backing him? We're making money, Malik. What are you doing? That's what I'm doing. I'm making money.
Yeah, he's not an old pitcher too. He's a young arm.
He's also probably not going to pitch as long, which is good for his less than runs allowed.
Yeah.
Won't have a long leash.
He's probably going to be on some sort of count or restriction.
Am I getting you on that 2-piece or no, man? You hate that Springer square, don't you?
No, I don't hate the Springer square because I like that first 5 under with you.
Hell yeah. That's a 2-piece. That's a 2-piece. He scored 12 games in a row. Huh. 12 games in a row. 12 games in a row, man. A row.
Oh, my God.
12 games in a row. And I'm fading him, and I'm tailing G Unit. Just locked it in. Bryce Miller, less than 2.5 earned runs allowed. George Springer, less than half a run. Where is this money being made? I need some. Auto Gelato, a little 2-piece on Prize Picks. Bryce Miller, less than a runs allowed. George Springer, less than half a run. Anybody see G Unit's golf swing the other day? My goodness.
His golf swing?
My goodness.
Is he Tiger?
Wouldn't call him Tiger. Wouldn't call him Tiger. Charles Barkley.
Oh, boy.
You seen his swing?
Oh, boy. I've seen it.
That's probably better comp. That's probably better comp.
No way.
He's too busy, locking in winners at 3 a.m. and drinking beers at 5 a.m.
Honestly, that's
have it
hard.
all.
That's hard. Yeah, you can't have it all.
You can't do beer reviews at the weirdest hour of the day and have a good golf swing. You can't have both. You can't have both.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, he's got Tommy Fleetwood swing on the 17th and 18th. He's got a Christmas tree up at full time, year round in his house, and he always takes his videos in front of it. I don't get it.
Yep.
I don't get it. We got I Burnham coming in resubbing. Let's go, I Burnham.
Breaking news.
Some fellas count down the days to the NFL. Cannot come fast enough. Pause.
That's crazy.
W.I. Burnham, 25-month resub. Sure.
Huge news, Gates. The Irish will be coming to Fort Worth to play the Frogs in basketball.
This year?
Wow.
December 5th.
Wow.
Wow.
Yep. We'll
When's
be going
the
to that.
fantasy talk dropping? You won me my league last year, Mikey saying. We're going to record it on Thursday. So it'll be out Thursday night or Friday morning/early. Okay? Dubs. Any lean on a side for the Astros versus the Tigers today? I thought that was some serious respect for Skubal against Hunter Brown, who never gets any respect. Tigers -160 against the Stros. Right off the rip, I'm thinking Skubal, especially after Skubal's last 3 starts have not been great. He's given up some runs in his last couple starts. I think it's the Tigers. I just didn't want to lay the -160. Almost like priced him too fat. I will say, though, Astros are coming off of getting shut out in back-to-back games, which is sketchy.
Super sketchy.
Super sketchy. Okay?
Extremely sketchy.
Oh, boy.
But it is Skubal on national television. GG's.
Goodness gracious.
GG.
Excuse me.
GG headphone users.
That was probably really loud. Sorry. All of a sudden, I have crazy allergies. What the hell's going on? Jesus. We'll be all right.
All right, Pete.
We'll be all right. Apologies there, chat. That was weird. All right. I can hear them. They're fucking blowing leaves around and shit outside. It's fucking with me. Okay. Let's talk about this early game. Milwaukee, Chicago, Chad Patrick, Boyd, Jovan. Any thoughts on this early 2:20 p.m. Eastern start?
No, I mean, I kind of like the Cubs. Not enough to play them. I'd rather sit and wait and play the Brewers game too. But if there's any matchup that I guess should give them a little bit of trouble, I guess it's Matthew Boyd, and the weather certainly helps him in this. So, I mean, weird situation with Chad Patrick. I don't know what the leash is going to look like tonight, but
Yep.
I do think Boyd can pitch well. He didn't pitch well against them. I don't know if this was his first start of the season against them or whatever, but it was his most recent one. That was just over like a couple weeks ago. But now at home with the weather in his favor, the total will probably indicate to you too that he should do a little better.
Yeah. Yeah. He might pitch all right. Total's down to 7.
Yeah.
Just not a Chad Patrick guy anymore, man.
Yeah, he's off the Krabs guy list.
Yeah, he's a me guy. Him and Cano are on the shit list right now. I need to see some more heart out of those two gents. They're big time me guys. Big time me guys. Watching, he should be cut. He should be cut. Number one, he's not even good anymore. He had 1 or 2 good seasons when they changed his arm slot, and then people figured it out like they always do because they're professionals. Number 2, he is just a cancer to the locker room. You can see it when he walks off the mound and hands the ball to his manager. He doesn't even look him in the eyes, and he's moping. His shoulders are fucking wagging. His head's down like a little kid, like a little leaguer. Like a little leaguer. Does not know how to deal with adversity whatsoever. Could not be less of a Cano guy. Goots, can you back me on this? Please. Please.
I can back you right now, yes, but I do appreciate the 2 good years. They were much needed. It was a great setup, man.
Yeah, that's how you know the Orioles haven't done anything recently when you're celebrating a good setup, man. But
I just same with the
Not
Nats. It's been 7 years. Get over it.
6.
Unbelievable.
And I'll remember that for the rest of my life. Because I was there.
Hey, Goots was there front row in 83.
Goots is there in spirit. Okay. Goots is there in spirit. God, the O's might never win a World Series again. And that city deserves it. Sucks. Who wins a World Series first, chat? The Athletics or the Orioles? Ooh, that's a good question.
Sure the A's. For sure the A's.
That's a good question. Who wins a World Series first, the Orioles or the Athletics?
Yeah. Leo DeVries is hoisting up a trophy before Rat Shit Gunner.
Yes, thank you, Joshy. I am a follower of their team. I know how it goes. The Nats won a World Series, and now they suck. Yep. All right. Honestly, who wins the World Series first in the future, the Nats or the O's? They might never win one again. Both those teams. Jeez.
Might be too big.
I'll rope my team into that as well because they deserve it. They stink. All right. Let's move. Let's groove. I will never forget that Howie Kendrick off the foul pole. My goodness. Maybe the best underdog story in my lifetime in a championship. Probably is. To be honest.
Yeah, there really hasn't been that many.
The Royals, them.
Yeah, like
the Royals team was better.
Yeah, the Royals team was definitely better.
Royals had the best bullpen ever. Super pen. I remember that. Goots, you remember that shit? Were you too young to remember that one? You probably do.
No, Krabs. I watched that World Series. Yeah, I did. Super pen.
Great World Series.
People forget.
That's what the Yankees thought they had when they traded for Bednar and Duvall.
Oh man, and Jovan's over here betting on him. Unbelievable. I'm pissed.
I mean,
Yankees money line. Good luck.
I mean, I hope I'm wrong, Krabs. Not for my, obviously, bow in the book, but for my fandom. But
yeah, wrote down minus 130 against the team that's out of the playoffs. That should be free.
Krabs. It's like the Fenway tax with the Red Sox. The Rays just get short lines no matter what when they're in Tampa.
Dude. Google Yankee tax. It's a thing. That cancels out any Rays bullshit there.
It wasn't in Tampa, though, the last time. The Rays were sharp as hell every single game in Tampa. Sharp as a fucking fresh ninja knife.
Okay. You're not wrong, Jovan. All right. You're getting some backup. Big Cheesy just canceled his Tampa Bay bet. Okay. Great. Capitals Smith Pelly Legacy Playoffs. You're not wrong, Brady. That was a pretty legendary underdog story as well. That guy dropped off the face of the earth after winning the Stanley Cup. Holtby as well on his fucking head. Another one. Another one. All right. Let's move. Let's groove. Jovan, can we get a word on how Northwestern is now in the worst org in all of college football? Is that true?
It's a project. It's an absolute project. I took the job because I knew there would be probably more losses than Boston College on the way. Also didn't help that 2 of my first 3 Big Ten games were Oregon and Penn State.
I mean, you cannot have 2 tougher matchups.
No.
Oh.
So we'll get there. We'll absolutely get there.
Okay. W Pickett Pro. Let's see what people are betting on. Wow, everybody's shit nuking the Yankees. Jesus. On the spread, at least. I mean, who's betting the spread in that game, anyways?
Yeah, it's not
the ML that
a
close.
spread game.
Yeah. Okay. What about, can we look at the Houston and Detroit splits? That game's on national TV, on TBS. Can we look at the splits in that game, please, Gucci? Thank you. Sure we can. Dubs. Okay. A lot of bets on the over.
Yeah. When does that ever happen?
Hunter Brown not been his best in the second half of the season. Screwball giving up a couple runs in 3 straight starts. That under's probably going to fucking hit, man.
I don't think I've ever seen ticket users loving it over in a schoolball game like that.
The first play I had on the Sharp Report before I deleted it after like 30 seconds was the under in this game. Got scared because it went from 6.5 to 7. Now I know why. Volume. People are betting the over. Shocking. You'd think they'd be betting the Hunter Brown and Screwball under, but maybe not with how they pitched of late. Makes me like the under even more.
Yeah.
I have to put that back on the card.
Yeah, I might have to add it back.
All right.
National
Dubs.
TV Screwball. He turns into literal sod
He's him.
every game.
He's
Not
him.
that he already isn't, but
Let's look at one more game. Late night game, 9:40 p.m. Eastern on MLB Network. Bybee versus Erod. Erod coming off of the start of his lifetime. D-backs have lost 4 in a row. Bybee sucks. Erod sucks. But what are we doing in this game? Total's actually dropping to 8.5. Kind of weird. Erod is coming off a legacy start, though. What are your thoughts, Jovan?
yeah, I was kind of debating this first 5 under, to be honest with you.
Wow.
Kind of like that. Some weird Erod squares up too. I don't know if you've peeped his hits allowed square, even though he had a damn good start in course. He gave up his fair share of hits. So that chart's all green. But I do think Bybee pitches pretty well today too. He's got a couple squares up that are interesting. So, I mean, yesterday was kind of a slow game. I wouldn't be surprised if the whole series is like this, at least with starting pitching. Who knows what the bullpens are going to do? But first 5 under, I was looking at it hard.
Okay. All right. Rockies on a 4-game win streak. Watch out, Dodgers. Yeah, certainly that lasts. Okay. Bybee's fantasy score worries me a little bit, but his pitching outs is high. His earned runs looks good for the first 5 under. Let's go look at Erod's. Let's go look at his squares. 5.5 hits allowed, less than. Ooh, I'm in. All right. W, first 5 under in the late night game. If you guys need a late night play, keep that back pocket from Jovan. Ketchup instead of Louisiana sauce. It's just, bro, Drew, I'm a big ketchup guy. You're not going to talk me off of it. Big time ketchup guy. Always have been, always will be. I got no shame. No shame. All right, let's move. Let's groove. Jovan, Goots, it's about that time. Run that shit, Goots. I'm trying to see that train. All right, gents. We got to fucking lock in here, man. These squad rides this whole year have been quail shit. We're 1 game under 500 for the year. It's embarrassing. I'm embarrassed about it. We're still 373, 307, and 17 all time. Let me repeat that for the people in the back. 373, 373. Okay? It's a lot of wins. 307 and 17. All-time record's great. 2025 record is not. 69, 70, and 1. 69, 70, and 1. That is not good enough. We are better than that. And we need to start showing it. Okay, football's around the corner. Today, we got a great MLB slate. 0 excuses, only winners. Jovan, Where do we start, my man? I guess we can eliminate one game off the
I
sharp
guess
report.
we're out of Tampa for sure.
Yep.
I mean, effectively from my side, I don't really know where I'm getting you. That's the question. Like, am I going to be able to take you to Milwaukee, or I guess technically Chicago? Probably not. Am I going to get you to the counter with something in the Orioles game? Probably not.
Jovan, even if I disagree with your plays or don't like them, I still trust you, and I still trust that noggin of yours. So if you see a winner that you prefer in your sharp report, I will listen, and we can put it in.
It's got to be the Orioles over. I'll say it.
Okay.
Totally would have said the Yankees. Just want that to be known. But number 2 in command. Those over.
Might have to just go 2 plays, 2 winners, unless you want to take that Royals first 5.
Yeah, what's wrong with the Royals first 5?
Cool. I'm in. 3 plays, 3 winners, chat. You got 3 minutes to lock in your squad ride vote. 3 plays, 3 winners. Hurry up, go, go, go. We should see 300 plus votes. Everybody from the YouTube, make your way over to the Twitch. Now, go. Hurry up. Everybody in the Twitch, click the button of your favorite play you see up there today. 3 plays, 3 winners. Blue Jays, Pirates, first 5 under 4. The over in the Orioles and Red Sox game, and the Royals first 5 ML. Hurry up. Get those votes in. Come on now. Come on now. 3 plays, 3 winners, chat. 3 plays, 3 winners, chat. And yeah, like Big Cheesy's saying, you should hammer responsibly all 3 of those plays and hope that they go 2-1. Assume they go 2-1 or better.
Yeah, I like these plays.
Come on now.
I like these plays.
Krabs, you want a ticket to the Vandy VT game? Sean Beasy, you don't even know how bad I want to go to that game. But number 1, I have not been back to Blacksburg since I graduated. It's been like 5 years. And I will not go back until they fucking show up and start doing what they're supposed to do, and that's winning football games. So unless they beat South Carolina week 1, I'm not going to Blacksburg this year. Because they haven't earned it.
Unless
that's
the
point we're at still.
7.5 point dog. If they lose that game, you're out?
Yes.
Dude.
Not if they lose that game, I'm out. If they don't win that game, I'm not going to Blacksburg this year. Not if they lose that game, I'm out.
What if they go back and rip off like 4 straight?
Then we'll talk. Like I said, if they lose, I'm not out. But if they win, I'm in.
Let's say they lose South Carolina, beat Vandy, beat ODU, beat Wofford, or if they go on the road, beat NC State, and they rip off 4 straight.
These are all things that they should do. If they do that, we'll talk. We'll talk. Okay? Those are all things that they should do, by the way. We got Tariffs going crazy, coming in, giving a 5-unit sub whale. Let's fucking go, dude.
Tariffs at the buzz.
Tariffs, you're goated, dude. You're goated, brother. At the buzzer. Attaboy. We appreciate you, Tariffs. Somebody enjoys BTL, and they want to support the boys on episode 750. Holy shit. Guys, that is so many episodes. How many shows do you know that have that many shows, have that many episodes? Not many. Not many. We must be doing something right. And again, like I said in the beginning, without you guys getting involved, without you guys dropping sub bangs, without you guys dropping chats, dropping follows, getting those viewers up, we would not be here. Plain and simple. We are nothing without you guys. Remember that. All the shit talking we do to you guys when you're chirping in the chat, just know that it's out of love. If I didn't give a fuck about you guys, I wouldn't even I wouldn't waste my time. I wouldn't respond. It's out of love. Okay? I just want you guys to be better. I want to make you guys coin. It's that simple. It really is. I just want to put coins in your guys' pockets. That's what makes my day. As Sade Whiteman comes in and drops another 5-unit sub whale. Sade.
5 units.
Yes. Yes. Let's fucking go, Sade.
Sade goat.
Attaboy. All right, we're shipping up to Boston. Yep, Brian C., we're taking the over in Sugano and Bueller. Should I chirp it? It might help.
Yes.
Squares play on the boards. We're taking the over for the squad ride today. Squares play on the board besides the Yankees ML. Besides the Yankees ML. You're welcome. Love this community, man. Let's fucking get a win today. Brock D could not have said it better myself. And yes, Pega, you're right. We do it all for Sate. We used to do it all for Lembong, RIP Lembong. We do it all for Sate. Plain and simple. Okay? All right, W show today. We appreciate all you guys. We got Drum F lurking in the YouTube. Thank you for another great BTL. Congrats on 750. I guess we are in no rush today. We got no surge stream today. Shocker.
Yeah, I'll get Northwestern active a little early.
Wow.
We'll get up and moving since there's no surge.
Good on you. Hell yeah, dude. I join you, but I got a softball match. Maybe I could join a little bit in the beginning and be your hype man.
Take some hacks, man. Get loose.
I'm literally going to go out there in my living room and take some hacks immediately after
hacks.
this. I'm not kidding. I have 2 baseball bats I'm bringing for the squads. One is illegal. One they might not let us play with because it hits nukes too much. I swear to God. Before every softball game, the umpire checks your bats to make sure it's certified. And there's one bat that like 50-50, the guy either notices it or he's like, you can't use this. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
It hits fucking nukes, dude.
There's umpires in that? I thought it was just like some dude.
Oh, there's umpires. Full fit.
Nah.
Full fit. This is no joke, Jovan. This is no fucking bit. This is no joke. This is real men's league softball.
Nah.
Yep. Pitchers got masks on. They got fucking knee pads and shit. Also, we got a hype train moving and grooving. Let's fucking go, chat. Let's fucking go, chat.
We might need an AB video from you tonight.
Yeah, I'm thinking about how I want to do it. It's tough. I think I'm playing. They got me at first today, and hitting cleanup. They know ball. I'd love to just stick my phone and go Instagram live, and you guys could see it. But again, you're not gonna be able to see shit on the field. You wouldn't even know what's going on. You just see my fucking big ass in the background. Like you're not gonna see the whole game playing out. Like it's not like I could fucking. I guess maybe I could put my phone just like in the cage or like behind home plate and try to record it. But again, like you guys want to see that, or are you gonna be able to see shit?
Nobody from the dugout would be able to do that.
That's what I'm saying. The simple answer would be to just ask my buddy, record this at that. Right? That's the easy way to do it. I'm just trying to brainstorm better options, better ideas. Right? Worst case scenario, I'll get my buddy to record some ABs. Okay?
Make a highlight reel.
Yeah. Could be the difference. Got to keep the weight back. It's the hardest thing to do, man. It's not easy hitting that little lob. Some might say it's actually harder. You got to keep your weight back.
Yeah,
it's also one of the climb. Yeah, dude, it's not easy. It's not easy. Bring a small tripod and stream that shit from over the plate. Canadian Goots, it's a great idea on paper, but again, there's 25 other gentlemen involved. Do they want to be recorded? Right? Like it's not all about me. You know?
You wearing number 9?
Trying to be respectful and do the right thing. Okay.
I'm just picturing Krabs setting up a tripod live stream behind the plate, and he hits a double, and he has to run back and get his phone. I know he does not want to do that.
No.
Hold on up. I got to get my phone so I can record myself.
Dude, you want to come up and record it, man? I'll buy you dinner.
I can't tonight. I got my golf league.
Oh, man, we're toast. It's the same night every week.
Well, mine will probably end before yours, to be honest.
Well, maybe one time you can come up and bless the kids.
Yes, maybe.
I got to earn it, though.
You got to earn it.
Got to earn it. If I don't go out there and take some good hacks and help the team win, we're not doing anything.
Lights get a lot brighter when I show up, though, so you better be locked.
Yeah, Goots will be there like a fucking scout in the crowd. Will have a radar gun and maybe a glove on hand.
I'll be writing notes while I look at you.
Where's my glove? I had it here a second ago. See, I'm not going to a ball game, so I can put this on. Still got my heart of the hide. This thing is fucking massive. This is my glove from high school. This glove fucks. This glove is a scoop machine. This heart of the hides. Big heart of the hide guy. I forget what the better one was. The Pro Preferred, I think is what it was.
Yes.
I never got it. I never wanted it. I'm a big heart of the hide guy. I got an outfield one. I got a first base mitt. This thing is catching anything coming close to me.
I know Krabs just sits there and prays for shit throws so you can pick them.
I love a good scoop. I prefer them. Keep me on my toes. I cannot wait. They used to call me Scoop Machine back in the day.
No shot they called you that.
Scoop Machine.
Somebody actually said that.
Yep.
Nah.
I think one person.
Nah.
Yep. Scoop Machine. Yep. Krabs, someone has to say it. If you didn't play on that, you would have a steam Krabs about umpires on men's league games. I will not be silenced. Remember me, chat. Krabs will never take me alive. Okay, Peg. I don't know what that was about, but you're awesome, Pega. Okay. Lefty automatically plays first base. Yeah, they got me at first today. I can also play a little outfield. I'm pretty diverse. I can play a couple different positions out there. I'm left-handed though, so I can't play, left side of the infield. And I really don't like playing catcher. It's kind of scary back there, dude. Take a foul ball to the fucking noggin. I don't like catcher. I don't. Excited to get out there tonight, though. You guys know I've been waiting for this shit for months. Let's fucking
scoop.
go. Scoop machine. Maybe I can get a video of me getting a scoop. That'd be electric.
That'd be
Talk
hilarious.
about fundamentals. Okay. We can wrap this puppy up. Enough of me yapping about my softball game tonight. Chat, appreciate all you guys again. Episode 750 does not happen without all you guys. Thank you. Let's bring the energy. Let's bring the focus. Let's bring the winners, especially. We'll take care of that for this football season. Cannot be more excited for this football season. Cannot wait to provide you guys, spoon feed you guys some winners. Let's have a fucking year. And let's have a fucking day. Squad ride over in the Orioles game. And we'll catch you guys tomorrow. Same time, same place.